Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the midpoint formula. You may have seen this before, but I'm guessing it's fairly new. Okay, so what the midpoint formula is finding the middle of a given segment, or where the middle is. Okay, and the formula you're going to use is right here. Okay, the midpoint is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Where you get x1, x2, and y1 and y2 is from whatever ordered pair they give you. So if you were looking at an ordered pair right here, okay, your x1 would be the first coordinate and your y1 would be the second coordinate. Okay, and let's say your point B was up here. Well, of course, your first x, remember your ordered pairs are x, y. Your second x is going to go right here, and your second y is going to go over here. So basically you're wanting to find the ordered pair of where the median or the midpoint is of a segment. Okay, so there's no better way to go ahead and practice a few. Okay, so it says find the coordinates of the midpoint of PQ with endpoints -8, 3 and -2, 7. So let's go ahead and set up our formula. We want our x1. Okay, so our x1 is right there, -8. Okay, so we have -8. And then our plus our x2, which is this. So we have -8 plus, plus -2. And we're going to divide all that by 2. And then we take our y1 plus y2. Okay, our y1 is this. And we're going to add to it our y2, which is 7. And we're also going to divide that by 2. Okay, so this should set up a nice little ordered pair for us. Alright, let's go ahead and reduce. We have -8 plus -2. That gives us -10 over 2. And if we look at our y coordinates over here, that gives you 3 plus 7, which is 10 divided by 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and reduce a little bit more. -10 divided by 2 gives us -5, and 10 divided by 2 gives us 5. Okay, so if you go back up here in the picture and look, we're going to go ahead and plot our point. -5, 5 gets us right about there, which is of course the middle of that segment. Okay, so if you need help on that one, go back and watch that again slowly, and hopefully you'll get it this next time. Let's try another one. Okay, this time we're doing -2, 3 and 5 -3. So let's put in our x's. Remember, we have x1 plus x2. Our x1 is -2, our x2 is 5. So we're going to take -2 plus 5 and divide all that by 2. Then we're going to take our y's, y1 plus y2. So we have y1, which is 3, plus -3, and divide all that by 2. Then we go ahead and reduce all that. So you have -2 plus 5, that gives us 3. Then you have 3 plus -3, which is 0. So these are the two fractions we have. Okay, then you go ahead and reduce those. 3 divided by 2 gives you 1.5. And 0 divided by 2, of course, is 0. Okay, if you go ahead and plot this point, you have 1.5, so you're going to go 1.5 over in the x direction, and you go 0 up in the y direction, and that gives you your point, which is the midpoint of EF. Okay, so now we're going to talk about finding the coordinates of an endpoint. Example or 3 says, M is the midpoint of xy, x has coordinates 2, 7, and M has coordinates 6, 1. We want to find the coordinates of y. Alright, let's go ahead and write down our formula for finding the midpoint. We know this is the midpoint equals x1 plus x2 over 2, and then y1 plus y2 over 2. And that forms an ordered pair. Now let's go ahead and try this problem. It says M is the midpoint of xy, x has coordinates 2, 7, and M has coordinates 6, 1. Okay, so now we know that the coordinates of M are 6, 1, so we're going to set M equal to the coordinates 6, 1. So that's M. And then we're just going to go ahead and plug in our x coordinates and y coordinates into the rest of our formula. Okay? So it says that the x is 2 and the y is 7. So we're just going to plug that into one portion of our formula. So we have x1 plus x2, so we're going to put our 2, which is our x, into where the x1 would be. And then you have your x2. And you're going to divide all that by 2. Okay, then it has your y coordinate. That's 7. So we're going to plug that in where y1 would be. So 7 plus y divided by 2. Okay, so that gives you that. Now go ahead and take a second. Familiarize yourself with what I just did. Practice it a little bit. Okay, make sure you write this down. I'm going to erase some of this to get a little bit more room, so make sure you have it all written down. Okay, so let's go ahead and restart here. Alright, so what we have here is our 6, 1, or our ordered pair 6, 1, and we set it or have it equal to this stuff over here. Okay, 2 plus x over 2 and 7 plus y over 2. Now, what we want to do to find the x and y coordinates, we're going to set our x coordinate, or 6, equal to this guy, like I have the arrow doing, and you're going to set your 1 equal to this guy. Okay, so these are your results. 6 equals 2 plus x over 2, and 1 equals 7 plus y over 2. Now we're just going to simply solve those equations. Okay, so to get rid of this 2 right here, you have to multiply out on both sides, and 2 times 6 gives us 12, and that equals 2 plus x. Then you subtract 2, so our x equals 10. And then we go ahead and find our y, so we're going to multiply this 2 on both sides. So you have 2 times 1, which gives us 2. And then you have 7 plus y. Subtract 7 on both sides. That gives you negative 5 equals y. And then you simply just plug in your coordinates into an ordered pair. And that gives you 10, negative 5. Okay, so for number 3, M is the midpoint of xy. X has the coordinates 2, 7, and M has coordinates 6, 1, and that gives us the coordinates of y. This one's kind of tricky. I was kind of sketchy with my video making, so go ahead and take a look at that again if you would like. Okay. This one, example number 4, is exactly like example number 3. I would like you to take a second, take a look at this one, and try to use your notes from the last one and figure it out. See ya.